Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys top 5 best gen servers in 2025, boys. And for the first server we have here is play.sunrealms.net, boys. Now Sunrealms is actually a server that I recorded on a very long time ago, and I'm now back on here to go ahead and record another video, which I'm pretty glad to, be on here to record another video. But right now they do have their gens up, as you guys can see, with about 126 to like 128 online, which is pretty good. And I'm overall going to be showing you guys their gen server and showing you guys all the features this server has. So when you guys first spawn in a server, you guys will be greeted with this hologram that says welcome to Sunrealms. Read below to get started. Create your own private island where you can place down your generators. Then it says start your adventure doing /start, harvest wheat and gain exp with /farm, and then play with your friends /is invite, boys. So and now as we get more into the spawn, right here, boys, are all their crates. So if we go ahead and click on this one, this is their land crate. This is everything you guys are able to get. Then over here is then their sky crate, and this is everything you guys are able to get. Over here is then their ocean crate. This is everything you guys are able to get. And then over here is their beach crate. This is everything you guys can get. And then over here is their space crate. And this is everything you guys can get, boys, which is pretty good. Over here is in their paradise loot box, which if we go ahead and actually click it right now, it does not work, but it's fine because I actually have a nuclear loot box that I'm going to be opening in a little bit. And as you guys can see right here in front of me, it literally tells me to talk to villager Dave. So I'm going to go and talk to this villager Dave, which says, oh hey adventure, welcome to Sunrealm Gens. I'm Dave and I'll help you get started. There's a lot to explore and learn, but we will take things slowly. How about we start getting some levels? So I'm assuming what they mean by getting some levels is where we have to go ahead and start mining with the wheat farm and go talk to that other villager right there, which I'll go ahead and do in just a bit because I want to first explore the server out first. Over here is then the weekly payouts right here, where they show you guys the levels top payouts, the island top payouts, and the island top solo payouts too, which is pretty dope. Right here is the staff of the month. Then over here you guys can go ahead and click on this to go ahead and view recipes and right click to condense, which is very cool. I've never seen on no server before. The scoreboard and tablets is also very clean in my opinion. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is I'm gonna go and do such warps right now. We're gonna actually check out the warps right now that is actually necessary to check out. So the first warp we're gonna warp over to is the cave warp, which right here is the cave warp. And in order to actually enter the cave, you guys actually have to talk to this villager. So everything is a talking process with this server. Like you have to talk to villager Bob, then it's gonna tell you another NPC you have to talk to. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just skip to talking to this NPC so I could actually explore the cave. So right here it says who doesn't love some mashed potatoes, and I think this NPC has literally nothing to do with the cave. But if I had to assume, the cave is currently locked, and I think it opens maybe every couple of hours, or I simply just can't go in the cave because I haven't talked to villager Bob yet. But I'm gonna still go to every warp so I can just check it out. Right here is the sky warp where I have to talk to these two NPCs, and I'm assuming this is a quest NPC right here too, which is very cool. But I'm assuming this is some type of like quest area where we're able to go to do quests, talk to these NPCs, and figure out how to do quests and get rewards from it. Over here is the hell warp, where you have to talk to this demon axator, and obviously this is locked also. And then over here is the space warp, which right here we also have to talk to the space NPC, and as you guys can see, it has this whole spaceship, which is super dope. Then over here is the end warp. As you guys can see, I would have to talk to this NPC right here, and right here is where the end is at. As you guys can see, this is very cool of an area. I'm not gonna lie with you boys, very clean, digging it a ton, boys. Then I'm gonna go and warp over to the pond right now, and this is the pond where you guys could go ahead and obviously pond for rewards if you guys have a fishing rod, which is super dope. Then I'm gonna go to the spruce warp, which right here is also, I'm pretty sure, a way of also getting rewards too, because you guys are able to then mine these trees down and be able to go ahead and sell them, get money, get different rewards and things like that, which is very cool. Over here is in their mine warp, where you guys have to interact with this NPC right here, and I'm assuming there would be an area for mining if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure because this was like farming to me, so I'm assuming it would be like through here. I'm not too sure specifically, but yeah. And over here is the barn warp, where you guys have to talk to these two NPCs right here, and as you guys can see, this is how it looks. Overall, I like how nicely set up this server is, honestly digging it a ton. Over here is then the wilderness warp, where you guys have to talk to this NPC, and I'm pretty sure if you go through here, I'm pretty sure it will take you to the wilderness, or I could be wrong. Yeah, I think I'm completely wrong, but this is overall pretty clean. I'm now going to TP to the graveyard. Over here is then the graveyard too, which is super dope. Then I'm going to go into TP over to the town warp, and as you guys can see, this is how the town looks. Honestly, very clean. I'm now going to TP over to the arcade warp, and right here is the arcade warp. As you guys can see, this is how the arcade looks. Honestly, very dope. Then over here is the archery warp, which as you guys can see, you guys are able to go ahead and get a bow, and you guys are able to literally test your if you could archer or not, which is actually so unique. Over here is in their library, as you guys can see, where this is how their library looks. Honestly, pretty clean. And then over here is their cargo ship right here. As you guys can see, this is how the cargo ship looks. You guys have to interact with this NPC to learn more information about it, but this is overall pretty dope. Over here is then their events warp, where it shows shows you guys right here player events, and you guys could go ahead and host an event depending on if you have sun rank or not. And it shows you guys the events available and then top winners right here, which is super dope. Over here is the bakery warp, and this is how the bakery warp looks. Honestly, pretty dope. Over here is also the grill warp 2, and then right here is the postman warp 2, guys, which is super dope. So that is all the warps the server has. Overall, a bunch of warps if you guys could not tell already. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is I'm actually gonna go talk to villager Bob. But before I talk to villager Bob, boys, I would just like to also tell you that this server is looking for staff and beaters. So if you guys want to help them out, I'd recommend you guys join the Discord in the description below. But now, boys, I'm gonna go ahead and go over to the villager Bob and right now interact with this NPC, which he went ahead and said, I'm getting tired of gathering all this wheat on such a hot day. Oh, hey, are you new here? I haven't seen you before. Well, if you would like, you could help me out here. So obviously, you guys know this is where you guys could go ahead and farm wheat, and with wheat you guys can go ahead and do a whole bunch to your host. So if I just start farming right now, as you guys can see, I'm leveling up like crazy, which is absolutely insane because I literally just started using the hoe. And as you guys can see, I'm getting a bunch of tokens from this, which if you guys could not tell already, you guys actually need tokens to go in and upgrade your hoe. So this is very, very good. And with this wheat, I'm pretty sure I could go in and do some sell, and yeah, you guys can even make money through this, which is absolutely insane, boys. And as I'm going to be making a lot more videos on here, this is going to definitely be very useful, and it's going to be a lot in handy. So this is very good that, you know, you're able to go ahead and farm just like this. But what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I'm going to stop farming for a little bit because I actually have 3 OP crates in my inventory right now, boys. So let me just go ahead and open these all right now. But what I'm going to go ahead and do right now, boys, is I'm going to go ahead and stop farming for a little bit because I'm going to go and do such IS right now. I'm actually going to go create my island right now. So this is how our island looks, and yo, this is actually pretty clean. I'm honestly digging this island a ton. I'm not going to lie with you, boys. Overall, very, very clean. It's very unique and different because usually every gen server has literally almost like the same gen island type. So this is very clean. I'm honestly digging this a ton, and I'm glad they're being unique and different. So that is very cool in my opinion. But yeah, boys, overall, I cannot wait to be making more videos on here because I just have a whole lot of more videos like planned that I know that I want to record on here. And you guys already know Sunroams is an amazing gen server. They also have other game modes too, but this server is a very clean server. I honestly like it a lot, and I said again, I just can't wait to, you know, go ahead and record more videos on here, boys. But if you guys don't have any gen server you guys are currently playing, I definitely recommend you guys hop on this one because this one is a brand new gen server that is looking for staff and media, as I said, and it's just overall very unique, very different, and very clean of a server, boys. So in conclusion, if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like, and comment, and let me sell real quick. And other than that, boys, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.